am so happy, so happy. Honestly, because if you even heard me in the press conference, you're like, oh, the track's not going to be the same, because that's what we all thought, and the track's still phenomenal. The track still feels great. Yesterday they were scaring me. They were like, we're going to be 6 tenths off in a straight line to these guys, and in the last race we were 4 tenths off in the straight line, and then today all of a sudden we're kind of there, and I was like, is this real? Are they going to turn up in quali? And we were right there competing with them.
Yeah, I mean, it was so close, and it was a shame. I felt, to be fair, Q1 I felt a bit bad. I didn't feel great in the car, but then we made a slight balance adjust, and SQ2 felt night and day, and we suddenly were back in the pace. And SQ3 was a little bit left on the table, but was a decent lap, and unfortunately was super close to Lewis. But of course, congrats to him, and on our side, we'll focus on to tomorrow now.
For us, probably the outcome of SQ3 was, it was very close, right? It could easily have been P3 or whatever, P6 or 7. But we were on the good side. We were a bit closer. I think we're still not where we want to be. Cornering maybe a tiny bit, but also like deployment and stuff. So a few things to figure out to try and find more lap time. We'll try to do that, of course, after the sprint.
Obviously, it's been quite a bit that I realized I didn't have the ease that I had last year with last year's car, and even whenever I put things together, it's we speak about hundreds, and Lewis is more often at 100% of the potential of the car, which I'm not. So I've got to work on everything really, but I think most importantly is just the feeling with this car. When you don't get quite the feeling, then it's difficult to extract the lap time and to have the confidence of every Saturday is going into qualifying. In this case it's a Friday, but anyway, and get to the limit of the car, which I'm struggling to just be consistent to be at my 100%. Q1 and Q2 I was close to it. I was quite confident for Q3, but coming Q3 I lost the car. I just don't feel the car as well as I should.
It's kind of story of the year, to be honest. Always on the back foot. Usually come Q3 can generally make a step. Today, not quite the case. It was very close to P3, but still very much off the pace of Lewis and Kimi. So need to try and understand why that is. It's a bit strange.
I think we saw you had some front brake duct damage. Was that kind of hampering you all the way through?
It was, yeah, quite actually a lot more than I thought, because only the final run we managed to fix it. The guys did a good job on fixing it for the final run, but the car was just completely different and way better again. So it's just it felt pretty shocking for most of it, just lucky that we managed to fix it, because it felt like a completely different car. But by the time I got the feeling for the final lap, I felt like I could have just pushed way more. So a little bit just unfortunate today, but I think also the pace was still there or thereabouts.
I think after practice we looked pretty slow, so it's about where we thought we'd be. I think, to be honest, probably closer to that next pack behind Kimi and Lewis. So a tricky day, to be honest, but we'll try and improve for tomorrow.
I'm 8th, the final guy of the top 4 cars, so it's a bit disappointing. I'm missing out on third because I was just not quick enough on that final lap. Max was able to do it. So I really want to look at what went wrong in the lap. I know I didn't have the best start of it, like launching it. So I know it cost me a bit of time. But
Car's really good. It's been good all day. We've honestly barely changed anything. So that's been something that's been really good for us recently. We've come to these weekends and been quite aggressive, and it's been working. So it's a good starting position for tomorrow.
Again, 2 cars in Q3 was really good for myself. It's not been the easiest day. We had a few issues with the deployment in Q1, and we just managed to get it fixed for Q2. It still wasn't perfect, but it was good enough. And then in Q3, I don't know, I just wasn't very quick. So I need to understand why. It felt quite different to what I was expecting. Wasn't really that much more grip.
Not where we want to be, but I think very positive from where we came after P1. I mean, it was very difficult in P1. We need to have a look exactly what happened, but the car felt very different. Going into sprint quali, it just all fell back to normal. But yeah, maybe we didn't learn much from this morning. So still felt good. The laps were good. So I felt confident behind the wheel. Feels like it was strong laps. So I feel at the moment it's a bit where we are. The V-carb looked really strong, and I think we just need to find a way to up our game slightly to make sure we stay in that battle with them.
I think well, now in the hindsight obviously it's easy to say, but maybe if we waited to put that one lap tire at the end of the session, we could have been a bit closer. I don't think we are that far away from the Racing Bulls, like 310s. I think we are a bit closer. Still, I believe they are a bit ahead of us again this weekend, but not 310s.
It was clean, I think, in sprint quali. It was a bit more windy, a bit more gusty compared to this morning. I feel we paid a bit of a price for that, or lost performance relative to others maybe. And our run sequence was a bit different, so need to review that.
The car felt really on the nose, very edgy and quite tricky to drive today. FP was a bit better, and then SQ we really struggled with the car. I think just we couldn't really put the car in a stable place, so carry the speed and the high speed was quite on edge all the time, so it was not really strong. SQ, but I think a lot of work to do tonight and try to understand things for quali tomorrow.
A small step, maybe a bit smaller than what we would have liked. To be honest, we put a new front wing on the car that seems to be working well. I think it has only helped us to out-qualify one Haas or two, I don't know.
Two
of the Haas's. So
just by 100th, I think, in your case.
We managed to, from being behind to being in front of them with it. I think that's a fair little upgrade that we brought to it. Unfortunately, we're still miles away from the top 10. I think the Audi, the V-carb and the Audi this weekend seem half a second quicker, which is a bit too much for our liking, but it's what it is. We will keep pushing, keep digging. Today lap was probably one of the best ones of the season, putting everything together. So at least I take that with me and see what we can do tomorrow.
We beat the Haas, which we haven't been able to do consistently this year, so that's positive. Still not easy to get the car into its window. I think the weaknesses are still the same, so we haven't changed it too much, but a step forward.
I think if everything went well, we would have been through, because I started the lap with low battery. A bit low, not massively 10% low, but still in this track where it's so sensitive, that's that more than covers the gap to get through. But unfortunately, we're fighting Williams to get out of Q1, which is not where we were a few months ago. So it shows that we need to keep working and we need to make a big step forward.
Difficult session. I think obviously in FP1 we started to see that we were lacking pace overall, and I think it was slightly worse in terms of overall classification in the sprint quali. So difficult to assess exactly where we're losing at the moment, but this is the performance we got. Now we need to obviously move further up and keep pushing. This is what the whole team is going to do this weekend, and we will try and give the maximum out of the cars we can, and hopefully tomorrow we can improve further to qualify a little bit closer to the points.
Yeah, it was a tricky one. It was a little bit more neutral, the balance with the wind, so just having a little shot at it, trying to make the most out of it. It was close to Esteban there in the end. I think I had a bit of a scrappy turn 4. Without that, I think we could have gotten. And then I also had a bit of an issue with deployment. So probably Ocon was possible today. But the good thing is that we improved the car.
It's not a single lap. We're still in this hole between Aston and the rest. But let's see tomorrow in the race. In last race we only did a few laps, so we couldn't really get it read. So hopefully we'll see tomorrow.
Not big surprises. Tough out there. Very thrusty on energy this circuit, so difficult to, with only one session, to optimize also the energy deployment, but I think we did a good job on that, and we optimized more or less everything, or we changed a lot from pre-practice to qualifying, so happy with the lap, and yeah, still far away from where we want to be, but let's see what we can do tomorrow.
We just need to be patient for the upgrades to come. So another challenging weekend, and yeah, we keep pushing.